Want to speak real Hungarian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HungarianPod101.com.
10 phrases you always want to hear. Let's go! Ma nagyon jól nézel ki. You look great today. Ma nagyon jól nézel ki. You look great today. Say it to someone you want to cheer up, or like you meet someone who is dressed up really nice, looking great, and then just say, ma nagyon jól nézel ki, and they'll be super happy. Hiányzol. I miss you. Hiányzol. I miss you. I don't know any situation, I'm not dramatic. I miss people, but it's like, I don't know, when I hear this word and like even the English, it's like I imagine some like romantic drama and like, you know, people freaking out about each other and things like that. Nagyszerű munkát végeztél. You did a great job. Nagyszerű munkát végeztél. You did a great job. If I want to tell this sentence to our HungarianPod101.com users, then I would say, nagyszerű munkát végeztetek. Bónuszt kapunk a hónap végén. We are going to get a bonus at the end of the month. Bónuszt kapunk a hónap végén. We are going to get a bonus at the end of the month. Yay! Te egy remek szakács vagy. You're an excellent cook. Te egy remek szakács vagy. You're an excellent cook. I like cooking, so when someone says it to me, I'm really happy. How about you? Are you enjoying cooking? Have you ever heard this from anyone? Please let us know. Tarts egy kis szünetet. Ma én takarítok. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Tarts egy kis szünetet. Ma én takarítok. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Who doesn't like to hear this? Seriously. Yeah. I want to hear it more often. Igazad volt. You were right. Igazad volt. You were right. I think this expression is something what people don't really like to admit. Do you say you were right to someone in a situation? Let us know. Hoztam neked valami különlegeset. I brought you something special. Hoztam neked valami különlegeset. I brought you something special. I brought you something special this lesson. Ma hamarabb mehetünk haza. We can go home earlier today. Ma hamarabb mehetünk haza. We can go home earlier today. This was the magic sentence at school when our lesson was cancelled and people felt like, yes, you hit like lottery or something. It was a really good feeling. So, you know, it's always a good thing if you can go home earlier. Hagyd csak, a vendégem voltál. Don't worry about it, you were my guest. Hagyd csak, a vendégem voltál. Don't worry about it, you were my guest. Again, it's something very nice to hear from someone. Top 25 Hungarian phrases. Szia! Hello. The first one is szia, which means hello. Szia. But if I say it to all of the viewers, then I would say sziasztok. And this is an informal way of greeting people. So please use it with someone who is the same age as you or younger than you. You can use it with people who are older than you or in more high position, just in case they allow you to use this informal way. They usually say that, yeah, you can You can greet me like this, or you can call me like that, and then it's a green light for saying szia. If you address more than one person, you should say sziasztok. So this is how you greet a group of people. Jó reggelt, good morning. Jó reggelt, good morning. This is what you say in the morning. It's usually used in Hungary from early morning until around 11 a.m. And it literally means good morning. Jó means good and reggel means morning. Jó napot, good afternoon. Jó napot, good afternoon. You use this after jó reggel, so from around 11 a.m. This also literally means good day. Jó means good and nap means day. Don't use it with kids because it would sound a little bit weird. But yeah, in general, you can use it with strangers. Just greet them, jó napot, good afternoon. And yeah, jó éjszakát, good night. Jó éjszakát, good night. This is what you say before going to sleep, or when you part with someone in the evening and you won't meet again until the next day. So jó means good and éjszaka means night. So jó éjszakát means good night. Mi a neved? What's your name? Mi a neved? What's your name? Mi a neved is an informal way to ask someone's name. If you would like to be more formal, please use mi a neve? Én vagyok. Én Léna vagyok. I'm Lena. This is how you introduce yourself. So you have to use én, which means I am, and then say your name, and then vagyok, which is to be in Hungarian. So én Léna vagyok. I'm Lena. You know, you can use it either in a formal or an informal situation. Örvendek. Nice to meet you. Örvendek. Nice to meet you. You use örvendek, nice to meet you, in a more formal situation. When you just greet friends or friends of your friends, you don't necessarily need to say this, otherwise you'll sound a little bit formal. But it's not totally wrong, it's just you wouldn't sound as friendly. Hogy vagy? How are you? Hogy vagy? How are you? This is an informal way to ask this question, and if you would like to be more formal, please use hogy van. So informal is hogy vagy, and then more formal is hogy van. Köszönöm jól, és te? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Köszönöm jól, és te? I'm fine, thank you. And you? This is how you respond when someone asks you, how are you in Hungarian? Hogy vagy? So let's see a situation. Hogy vagy? Köszönöm jól, és te? Kérem, please. Kérem, please. This can be used either at the beginning of the sentence or what you want to say, or at the end. For example, kérem hozzon egy menüt. Please bring me a menu. Or you can use it as ne tegye oda a táskáját, kérem. Don't put your bag there, please. Köszönöm. Thank you. Köszönöm. Thank you. This is a very common way to say thank you. There are different levels to say thank you, so you can add an extra word in front or at the end, or both ways. So for instance, nagyon köszönöm means thank you very much. Szívesen, you're welcome. Szívesen, you're welcome. And you say this After you hear someone saying thank you to you and you were happy to help out or give them something, and then you just say szívesen. Igen. Yes. Igen. Yes. Szereted a macskákat? Do you like cats? Igen. Yes. Nem. No. Nem. No. Szereted a pókokat? Do you like spiders? Nem. No. Okay. 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 This word comes from English. Probably it's easier for Hungarian speakers to pronounce it that way, so we just say a sound A at the end, so it sounds okay instead of okay. Elnézést, excuse me. Elnézést, excuse me. You can say it in different situations. You can say it when you're at the restaurant and you would like to call the waiter, or you can say it in a store when you would like to catch the shop assistant attention, or you can even say it if you bump into someone accidentally and you want to say, excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty universal, so elnézést means excuse me. Bocsánat, I'm sorry. Bocsánat, I'm sorry. When you say bocsánat, it's more like you mean it more. So please use it when you're sorry for something that you've done, a mistake, or you hurt somebody. Or you can use it as well when you're walking down the street and you step on someone's feet, then you can say bocsánat as well. Mennyi az idő? What time is it? Mennyi az idő? What time is it? This is neither formal or informal, so you can ask it from anyone. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Just say mennyi az idő when you are asking for the time. Merre van a mosdó? Where is the restroom? Merre van a mosdó? Where is the restroom? This is a very, very useful phrase. So, merre van a mosdó? When you are looking for the restroom, obviously. So, yeah, if you're in a situation that you need to go, just pop this question out and you will know. Várj egy pillanatot. Wait a moment. Várj egy pillanatot. Wait a moment. Yeah, if you want to shorten it up, then you can just say várj, or in a formal way, várjon. So even though this phrase, wait a moment, sounds a bit formal in English, actually, várj egy pillanatot is an informal way to say it in Hungarian because of the verb in it, to wait, várj. It's an informal way to ask somebody to wait. If you would like to say it in a more formal way, or when you're at the store, you have to use, or you will most likely to hear, várjon egy pillanatot. Ez mennyibe kerül? How much is this? Ez mennyibe kerül? How much is this? You can use this question at the store when you are not sure about the price and there is no price tag. Just ask the shop assistant. Ez mennyibe kerül? Segítség! Help! Segítség! Help! When someone attacks you, or you're in a situation that you need help, that you're about to faint away or something, just scream segítség, and then someone will notice it and they will help you. Segítség! Nem tudom. I don't know. Nem tudom. I don't know. you really don't know. I don't know what to say. Nem tudom, mit mondjak. Később találkozunk. See you later. Később találkozunk. See you later. This is what I'm going to say at the end. Viszontlátásra. Goodbye. Viszontlátásra. Goodbye. If you want to be less formal, you can say viszlát, but it's still in the formal group. If you want to say bye to your friends, just say hello or szia. It works both ways, so it's pretty convenient. That's how you say bye to your friends, or you say viszontlátásra or viszlát to someone that you don't know.
Want to speak real Hungarian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HungarianPod101.com.
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better.
In this lesson, we will learn some of the most common greetings used in Hungary. Készen álltok? Are you ready? Akkor kezdjük. So let's start. The most commonly used informal greeting is szia. Szia. Szia means hi, hello, or goodbye. We use it when we meet, but also when we leave. We should only use this greeting with friends or relatives. If there are more people present, you should use sziasztok, which basically means hi guys. Now let's continue by discussing the formal way to greet people. Jó napot. Jó napot. Literally, jó napot means good day. In the morning, we say jó reggelt, which means good morning. Jó reggelt. During the evening, we say jó estét. Jó estét. Este is Hungarian for evening, but when saying good evening, you have to say estét. When saying goodbye in formal situations, Hungarian people use viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra means goodbye. You can also use its shorter form, viszlát, which is less formal. You can say this to a shop assistant, for example. With your friends, you should use szia when speaking to one person, or sziasztok when there are more people present. Szia. Sziasztok. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Hungarian. Let's look at them all again. When meeting older people or someone we don't know, jó napot. When living in a formal situation, viszontlátásra. When living in an informal situation, viszlát or szia. It's easy, isn't it? And now it's time for Livia's tips. In formal situations, Hungarian people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. Girls greet their friends, including guys, with a kiss on both cheeks. Girls, don't be afraid to try it with your Hungarian friends.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking.
Want to finally learn Hungarian the fast, fun, and easy way? In this video, I'll show you the top 10 ways to get started. So let's begin. Number 1, take your very first lesson. Access any audio or video lesson on HungarianPod101.com and just press the play button to get started. Don't have an account? Don't worry. Just go to the sign up page to create an account. It takes less than 30 seconds and it's free. We have thousands of audio and video lessons covering a variety of topics like grammar, pronunciation, listening, and reading. Just click on the play button on any lesson and start learning. Number 2, read along with the lesson. You can read along with the lesson notes or lesson transcript. These come with every lesson. The lesson notes provide you with the dialogue for the scene taught in the lesson, along with translations, a more in-depth explanation of the grammar and culture, and even vocab and sample sentences. The lesson transcript is the full word-for-word transcript of everything you hear in the lesson. And the dialogue study tool provides you with the audio for the lesson dialogue, along with the translations. Number 3, shadowing. Shadowing is a tested learning technique where you repeat what you hear. This is a great way to start speaking in minutes and practice speaking in general. If you're listening along with the lesson audio or dialogue, be sure to shadow along the way. Number 4. Use the dialogue study tool to master the conversation. Here, you get the line-by-line breakdown of the conversation demonstrated in the lesson. Listen and repeat until you've mastered each line. Do this until you've mastered the entire conversation. Number 5. Use the voice recorder to perfect your pronunciation and speaking. In the dialogue study tool, you'll find a microphone icon next to each line. Click on it to record your voice. Then, compare it with the native speakers. Listen and adjust your pronunciation until you match that of the native speaker. Number 6. Review vocab with the lesson vocabulary list. Vocabulary words are the building blocks of language. You can save vocab words taught in each lesson by clicking on Add to Word Bank. Want to drill the words with smart flashcards instead? Just click on Add to Flashcard Deck to do so. Number 7. Listen to the review track. If you've studied an audio lesson before, just listen to the review track so that you don't have to listen through the entire lesson again. This is a great way to reinforce the material that you've learned, and it's great to have on the go. Just access any audio lesson and click on the download icon. Then click Review to download the review track. Number 8. Review with quizzes after the lesson. Once you're confident enough with the material taught in the lesson, be sure to take the quiz to test your newfound knowledge. Take the review questions and answer true or false for each one. Or take the writing questions and input your answer. Remember to check the answers by clicking on the Check Answers button. Number 9. Participate and leave a comment. The best way to master what you've learned is to use it. Join the community of learners by leaving a comment below at the end of every lesson. Our dedicated teachers will check your responses to correct you on any mistakes or provide you with helpful study tips and advice. And finally, number 10. Move on to the next lesson. Done with a lesson? Mark the lesson as complete. You can see your overall learning progress on your dashboard. If you particularly enjoyed the lesson, mark the lesson as favorite so that you can come back to it later at any time. Click on the forward arrow to move on to the next lesson and continue learning.